Jimbo's Garage.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Jimbo's Garage, and I'm Jimbo. Well, I have to admit it's been a little slow around the shop here for the last couple weeks, other than my Honda 600 project, which is lingering on. That's going to take me some while. I'm parting with that. But I've had in the last 24 hours a bunch of stuff come flying into the shop right here, and I'm not going to show you everything I got going on, but I thought that this little project right here might be a little interesting. Going to be a little bit of grinding, some welding, a little bit of painting. What we got here is a folding chair rack that belongs to a dance studio. I don't know what happened. Currently right now it's flipped upside down here so I can show you what's going on. They got a broken wheel, broken caster right here. We got a caster over here in the center that's bent. I don't even know how this happens right here. And a couple of bent casters on the other side over there. The handles to this rack were missing some screws. They were screws that were there are loose. I mean, this thing was just a wreck coming in here. So what I think we're gonna do is to fix all this is I'm gonna take my grinder, and I'm gonna, currently right now they got some 1.5" angle iron here that's kind of sandwiched together with a piece of threaded pipe, and that's what these casters are threaded into. I'm gonna get my grinder, we're gonna cut this angle iron off, all of them, clean this all off, and I've got a piece of square tubing here, a rectangular tubing I should say. It's about 1.5" by 3 inches wide. We're gonna go ahead and cut that to length and replace that, the angle iron with this rectangular tubing. And then I've got these new casters right here, super heavy duty, swivel, locking, similar to what's on there right now. And we're gonna go ahead and weld these casters to this rectangular tubing. And I think that'll take care of the wheel problem. Probably never gonna have a problem again with that. Then we'll flip this thing upside down and see if we can fix these handles that are all loose. Throw some paint on it, and I think that'll be a project right there. So with that said, I think we'll get started by grinding off this angle iron. All right, let's do it. And so as you guys can see, we're in the process of hacking off this old angle iron and these wheels. And you know, as you can see, you guys may or may not know, but I'm not a real big fan of guards on my grinders, and it's not the safest thing. I don't recommend that you guys do that, but anyways, that's what's comfortable for me. So anyways, we're getting these things pounded off and cut off, and we're gonna take the old DeWalt grinder and grind the welds flat and get ready for that rectangular tubing. All right, I went ahead and mark this at about 19 3/8 right here. We're going to go ahead and use this cold saw with this carbide blade on here. Cuts this metal like butter. So let's go ahead and get these 3 pieces cut out. We're ready for welding. All right, we've gone ahead and cut out all 3 pieces of this rectangular tubing, and got them marked right 12 inches from the corner to the center on both ends, and then right exactly in the center over here. So we're going to go ahead and just get these things tacked into place. All right, so we're getting this thing tacked out. We're using the Everlast Power iMig 205 here, and this thing works like a dream. I'm really pleased with this machine. You know, this thing was sent out to me with a broken fan right out of the box, but Everlast was really good about sending me out a replacement fan. Got it put in. Ever since then, it's been working perfectly. So we're running this Everlast at about 18.5 volts, the wire speed at about 270, 275, and we're running 30 thousandths wire on this. So we're gonna finish welding this thing out and get it ready for casters. All right, I got the wheels, or at least this one wheel clamped on. We're getting ready to tack it on. We'll go ahead and get all 5 casters. I got 2 casters on each end and 1 caster in the center. We'll go ahead and get them all tacked on and welded out. All right, YouTube, so we got everything done. The cart's put back together. It's all painted and ready to go. There's one last thing we got to do, and it was missing one of these screws and one of these washers that are kind of concaved a little bit, convex, whatever you want to call it, to wrap around the tubing. Then the screw goes in here and tightens up against the tubing. I guess that's the way it works. So I was scrounging around my toolbox, and I happened to find a screw that's almost exactly, it's got the same hex set on it. It's a little bit longer, thread is the same. And I got me a washer right here, regular flat washer. So we're gonna get this washer little bent to match this one right here and get this screw cut off, and I think we'll be good to go. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do to try to replicate this bent washer right here, and I haven't tried it, and I've got this washer right here. I'm just going to grab it here with some needle nose pliers. I'm going to set it here on the edge of the vise, and maybe take this ball peen hammer, maybe. Yeah, well, that's pretty close. Yeah, looks like a little bit more. See if I can tap it a little bit more. Open this vise up just a tad. That's going to do it right there. All right. All right, well, there we go. A couple of washers. Now all we got to do is cut this screw to length. Just going to go ahead and stick it in the vise right here. I'll take my marker right here. And try to get close. I don't think it has to be exact, but that's going to get us pretty close. My cutoff wheel here. All right. Might be a little hot. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to take this over to the grinder, just kind of soften up the edges right here, and I think we'll be done. Put it together. All right, YouTube. Well, there it is, complete. Little folding chair cart here, repair job. Pretty simple, pretty basic. Replaced the old casters, put some new casters on it. Replaced a couple screws, tightened everything up, repainted everything. The thing's back in service. Probably hasn't been in service in a year or more. And so now they can use this thing, and instead of being in the corner, hook you is. Well, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe for more.
See you next time on Jimbo's Garage.